and welcome to another episode of Drunk Doctor Who.
Hello!
Mr. Renaissance Man. It's a little low.
I know, I didn't tighten
I
up
see your cheekbones. Where are we? Now with
Happy Mardi Gras!
This episode with 100% more Renaissance masks and Doctor Who mugs.
There you go. Alright.
And martini socks.
Martini socks.
Ironically enough, I'm not a big fan of olives.
Wait, what brought that up?
My martini socks. No
Okay.
olives. Not an olive person.
This is a plague mask.
Plague mask. Like in Assassin's Creed.
It's
people.
Assassin's Creed. Yeah, but it's a Venetian mask for Carnival, for Mardi Gras. Now, today's the 25th of February, and Mardi Gras is actually
1965.
no.
2000.
Today's 2019. yeah. No. Mardi Gras is next week, but it starts this last weekend, and it runs through next week. Mardi Gras is the 5th of March. That's Fat Tuesday, or Mardi Gras. And Carnival for Venice, and Carnival, because you have to say it with a Spanish accent for Brazil. Yeah.
French.
Yeah. Well, no, that's Spanish.
Mardi Gras is
No. Mardi Gras is French. Carnival is Spanish.
Carnival.
Yeah. But Carnival is from Venice. Anyway, so we aren't always able to do the podcast every week the way we'd like, so we can celebrate this week.
2 weeks since we've done a podcast?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Including this week? Or was it 2 weeks we missed?
We missed 2 weeks. One, because I was showing you, what movie did I show you? Oh, 12 Monkeys.
Really good movie.
I showed you and your girlfriend.
I like that
12
movie
Monkeys.
a lot.
Yep, amazing movie. And what was the other week we missed? Why did we miss that?
Oh, we were playing Mars.
Oh yeah, Terraforming Mars.
Because
neither of us
said Settlers of Mars.
we had both drunk too much the night before and didn't want to drink that night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was 2 weeks ago. And last week I showed you and your girl 12 Monkeys. Did you like 12 Monkeys?
I did. I liked it a lot. This is very good.
Awesome.
I don't remember why I was drinking so much the
night before.
Sunday. Is it a thing? Is there? Oh, that was Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
Maybe.
That's why we were drinking.
Okay. Yeah.
No, that's Thursday. I don't remember why.
You don't remember?
We drank too much on Sunday, so we didn't want to do the podcast Monday.
Yeah, it's good. Alright.
This is, where are we drinking today?
I'm drinking Jim Beam Black Extra Aged Bourbon because I wanted something different. I didn't know. And you're drinking margarita?
Margaritas.
Look at the TARDIS. He painted this. It's so cool.
Plate Cafe.
Yeah.
Local reference.
I don't know.
Reviewers.
I don't know why it's called cafe. There's no food.
There's no food. There's a buffet of clay. Strong?
Whoa. Alright, today we watched Mission to the Unknown. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway,
We're straight off the tail of Lubbock-Con.
Yeah, that was this weekend.
Lubbock-Con was yesterday. The day before that was the Stoney LaRue concert. I went to a country music concert.
Oh, okay, I don't know who Stoney LaRue is.
I didn't.
Why are they wearing 3 shirts?
Well, one's a jacket, one's my shirt, one's my undershirt. I could button this one.
I don't wear undershirts.
It's a little nippy. Here, I'll take my jacket off.
I just wear one shirt.
One shirt? What happens when you wear a collared shirt?
I just wear one shirt.
So, 10 pounds from now, we're doing the tuxedo thing. Do you wear an undershirt with that collared shirt?
The tuxedo has a shirt and a vest and a jacket.
Well, if you're wearing a collared shirt, open button, you need another shirt.
I generally don't wear my shirts open buttoned.
Well, let's call that a generational thing.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Mission to the Unknown is what we watched today. It's only one single episode.
I used to work at Old Navy, so I'm a fashion expert. My official title.
Statement.
My official title in retail was a jean expert because I took a quiz and they gave me a discount as a jean expert at Old Navy.
Gene or
American Eagle.
Gen?
Jeans.
J-E-A-N. Okay. Ooh, I forgot my
J and
Be right.
J-E-A.
I forgot my
Can't spell when I'm drunk. What'd you forget, Hatter?
I forgot the
What are we talking about? Oh, it's Stony LaRue. My first country music.
I forgot this.
Oh, yeah. We had a reconstruction.
Hey,
What did we watch?
hey, we watched Mission to the Unknown. Okay.
One episode.
Okay, this is a singular oddity in classic Doctor Who. Partly because it is only one episode, and with the exception of like the 20th anniversary episode, all the old stuff has multiple episodes. This is a very odd bird in that regard. Also, it is the only Doctor Who episode, I think, ever to have none of the main cast, not the Doctor and no companions whatsoever. It was completely other people. It's occasionally referred to as the Dalek cutaway episode, because after, what was the one last time? Galaxy 4. This was the episode, and then they did this.
Do you like my first picture?
Too many episodes. Alright, so they did this, and then after this, they cut away to the Mythmakers, which is the Trojan War, which is also does not currently exist. So it's also reconstruction. But anyway, it was a reconstruction, and it has been animated by a third party.
Oh, that's good. Do you have that? Or?
No, it's on YouTube, but the third party who animated it did so without the consent of the BBC.
Oh.
So it's not
canon.
Well, I mean, the episode's canon. It's part of Doctor Who.
Well, doesn't
but
also
the
Loose
visual
Cannon not have the consent of BBC to reconstruct things? Consent's strong.
Okay. The BBC allows it because it's fans doing things for the show, and they,
So couldn't you argue that animation was the same thing?
It's true, but as long as they don't sell it, they're fine. Yeah, the reconstruction was done by Loose Cannon. They've done all the other reconstructions.
So for next week, the Mythmakers. Are we gonna watch the animated YouTube or the reconstruction?
No. The one that was animated was Mission to the Unknown.
Oh.
Okay.
Which one are... the one we just watched was...
Right.
Okay,
Has been animated by a third party.
Okay.
But the BBC didn't endorse it. But anyway, next week's will be reconstruction, all 4 episodes of the Mythmakers. So it goes from Galaxy 4 to Mission to the Unknown, which is a little jarring because it doesn't have the Doctor and the companions. And then the Doctor and the companions then go to the Trojan Wars in the Mythmakers.
So that's 4 episodes. One
right, 4
episode per week. And the prelude, the Mission to the Unknown, doesn't pay off until 5 weeks later when they do the serial after Mythmakers.
Correct.
Which is very confusing.
The Dalek's master plan, right?
Why would they do that instead of not?
It's like one of the few times they've ever done that, but...
Is that because they're still sticking to the sci-fi, historical sci-fi?
Kind of, yeah.
So that's why they had to shove the Mythmakers in between the prelude, Mission to the Unknown?
Kind of, although Galaxy 4 was science fiction.
Oh, that's true.
But the time meddler was historical.
Okay.
So yeah, they're still kind of doing that.
They just tacked that thing in there.
Right, they just kind of tacked it there. And it was a teaser, a prelude to Dalek's master plan, which will be 2 or 3 weeks from now when we watch it. Next time we'll be watching...
That's the 7 episode one?
12.
12. So that's why they didn't just put the Mission to the Unknown.
Partly, it was a teaser,
13
yeah.
minutes.
But yeah.
So this is
this is a prelude to that, and then we have the Mythmakers, and then we get into the Dalek's master plan, which is the longest serial for Doctor Who, unless you're British and count the 14 episode Trial of a Time Lord.
Why do you have to be British to count that?
Okay. Trial of a Time Lord's down here. Okay, because in Britain, they number it a single. They number it as a single serial, whereas in America, it's divided into 4 parts and has 4 different numbers on it. See, story number there. So there you go. Trial of a Time Lord, the Trial of a Time Lord, Trial of a Time Lord, and this one. So it's broken up into parts. So
we're gonna break it up into.
Right. We're gonna watch the 4 different parts because here,
we're gonna spend 4 different weeks doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 4 different parts of that. Okay. So.
We're not putting it in one serial.
Right, because for us it's not. It was released in 4 different parts on DVDs.
But when they originally aired it, it was just one serial.
Yes and no, because apparently it was broken up, at least thematically.
Okay.
So, yeah, and when you count the number of serials, that's where us and the British diverge. That and the inclusion of Shada. Because the Shada is included in our numbers, should be included in their numbers now that it's actually been properly released and aired.
Shadaback Burger?
No, Shada.
Have you ever, you go to what restaurant? Chili's?
I try not to.
Shadaback Burger?
No, I try not to go to Chili's if I can help. Alright, but anyway, yeah. Okay. But yes, this is the reconstruction, and we watched this.
Woof.
And essentially what happens is 3 guys on a spaceship crash land on a planet. And
did they ever name that planet?
Yep. I don't remember what it was. Don't remember the name of it. But they do name the planet. Daleks. Yeah, the companions are still currently Stephen and Vicky, although they are not in this episode, and neither is the Doctor, which is weird. Even the Doctor. There are times in the future when the Doctor's not in an episode because he needed a vacation, or certain companions aren't in an episode for the same reason. But they're never not. They're never not all in the episode.
Is that right? Oh, I missed an 8. Varga plants. Is that
Varga plants?
VARGA plants?
Yeah, that's horrible handwriting.
Oh, well, it's hard to reach. Well, you write it next time.
No, okay. you like to do that, I don't know. But
well, because you always leave it blank.
Yeah, I do.
So it's my job. It's my job to write it.
But anyway, yeah. So these guys land on a planet, and they're one of them is this secret agent, and he's got a license to kill
and can script.
Yeah, can conscript other people. And
by the way,
you are now part of the security force.
USSR. UN.
British
spaceship.
But he has a hunch that the Daleks are using the planet as a base for a meeting.
The reason he has that hunch is because the Varga plants, which are only native to the Daleks' home planet. So he saw the Varga plants, he said, hey, the Daleks are probably on the planet because Varga plants only come from the Daleks' home planet.
Well, no, that confirmed his hunch.
Oh, okay.
He had the hunch because somebody saw what they thought was a Dalek.
Oh, okay. That's why they went to that planet.
Right.
Okay.
But anyway, so they land on the planet and they are investigating, and a couple of guys get hit by the Varga plant, and they turn into homicidal maniacs.
They turn into Varga plants.
And then Varga plants. And the one guy has to shoot him. And the Daleks are setting up this
multi-galactic pact of evil guys.
Correct. Kind of like the Axis in World War II.
Yes.
Setting them all up, and they're all coming together to take over all our galaxy.
Yes. Why do they want Earth so much?
I don't know. Because we're here, I guess. But they keep conflating galaxies and solar system constantly in the episode. It's like, we're going to take over the galaxy and this solar system.
At one point,
the center of
one
it.
of the aliens says reality. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're going to take Earth's reality or something. I don't know. He used reality in place of galaxy or solar system.
Yeah. They conflate it a lot. You know, it's 1960s black and white. We've got one take because we're broke British script, but it was fun, and it does set up the Daleks' master plan really well.
Teaser.
Yeah, it's a teaser for it. Which, like I said, it's funny because then it's like Galaxy 4, this episode, and then the Trojan War, and then we get to what that episode's leading into, which is Daleks' master plan.
You gotta build suspense.
Yeah, it must have been like crazy for the viewers, but
You're like, what?
it's like, wait, what's going on? Where's the doctor? We've got no doctor. I guess they all took vacation that week, which is good. Everybody took vacation now.
Everybody dies in this episode.
Yeah, all the good guys. Well, yeah.
Three people. The 3 people on the spaceship.
And it was never shown outside of the UK.
It was so violent
because
that
it was
they
too
didn't
violent.
air it abroad.
Yeah. Let's see.
Was it really that violent? Did they
Well, everyone
consider it,
died.
They considered it so violent just because it had like a really dark ending? Because I feel like there have been more violent moments in serials.
Remember, this
before.
is a children's show.
Yeah, so it's just because the ending was sad, or because they didn't die that violently?
Well, we don't know. We didn't see the video.
It was
saw
the reconstruction.
Yeah.
They got zapped by the negative and lens flare. Whenever the Daleks shoot their phasers, they're just negative and positive lens.
Speaking of which, these are reconstructions, but the BBC has been thankfully, gloriously animating all of the missing episodes. They are slowly but surely going through and doing that.
Not in order.
Correct, not in order.
Just by popularity? Is that how they do that?
I don't know.
I have the same exact 2 monitors that you have.
Oh.
Like literally the same exact 2 monitors.
On my computer? Okay. But yeah, the BBC is going back and they're animating all of the missing episodes slowly but surely. It's taking years.
What are the chances that we have the exact same 2 monitors?
I don't know. How in the world would I know that? Because
I'll send you a picture.
You'll send me. Because the BBC are slowly but surely releasing the old seasons on Blu-ray. And so in order to get them all on Blu-ray, they have to animate all the missing episodes.
So now you have multiple serials per case.
Right.
So you're gonna shrink your.
Right. So
Because you're running out of room. You're almost.
I know.
And
But-
they're
Yeah.
coming out with the new ones.
Yeah.
You put
But
are the new ones on here yet? Oops.
okay, I do not have the 13th Doctor in the case because I'm still watching her stuff
Oh,
in the
yeah.
other room. Alright.
We gotta talk about that.
Yeah. But yeah, so all of these DVDs.
Well, you have some Blu-rays like this one here.
Okay. That is a special case.
Special.
Spearhead from Space? Yeah. Spearhead from Space. No.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's where my
That's where
my
you're
main
watching
group is on.
Sunday.
We're on the key to time.
We're
Which
way up there.
right, we're way up there on the first Doctor. This is the 4th Doctor. Spearhead from Space. There was a BBC strike, okay, of cameramen and all that stuff.
Strike.
So the director, rather than allow that to impinge, rather than allow that to stop Doctor from being filmed, said, "Give me a film camera. I will go out there and I'll film it." And that's what he did.
Yeah.
So that one was released on Blu-ray because it was the only complete Doctor Who serial ever done on film.
Huh.
So they're like, hey, we can take the film and put it on Blu-ray because it's a better quality. So they did.
So what? These aren't film? What do they record these on?
They recorded them on video cassettes.
Video cassettes.
Right, which is why they wiped them to reuse the video cassettes. Yeah, think of like a big old, something about this big, that was not film, but a big old kind of film, but a big old VHS, but bigger video cassette. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I know VHS.
Anyway, they used you know VHS,
yes.
right? Okay, video home system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what that stands for?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Oh, you're so young. Okay. But they had bigger ones that they used, and they put the episodes on, which allowed for little editing.
And you'd rent them from the library, and no one would ever rewind them, and you put it in, and it spoiled it.
No.
Hit the rewind button and wait 10 minutes before you could watch the movie. And then they put the message at the end, please rewind your VHS before returning to the library.
Well, that's VHS. I'm talking about the British ones were bigger.
Big VHS.
Well, essentially, because they were slightly higher quality.
Not the H.
What? No.
Not home video system.
That's just what they did them on. But anyway. But they did it. They put all those on it, and thanks to their junking policy to reuse the cassettes in the 70s, a bunch of the old stuff was lost.
So they're just real broke.
Yeah, broke is a joke. It took them a long time to recover from the Second World War. They were on rations into the 70s.
What was going on in the 70s? Vietnam? They weren't involved in that. That was just America.
The French got us involved in Vietnam in the 60s. And we were in Vietnam until Richard Nixon pulled us out in the 70s. Yeah, at Richard Nixon.
I'm not a crook.
Yeah, exactly. who his character shows up later in Doctor Who.
Does it really?
Yes, he does. He shows up during series 6. He shows up in series 6.
Just how impressive it is that you just know that off the top of your head.
Well, to be fair, I watched it the other night with my wife.
A wealth of knowledge. You just go back and watch things for fun. Was that your Sunday group, or
no?
You just watch?
So I've got 3 separate Doctor Who watching groups. Okay, 3. One with you for the Joint Doctor Who that we're going on. The main one, which is there on Sundays, which is we're on the Key to Time, and you and I will eventually catch up to them.
And bypass them, because we're so much.
We will pass them because we're watching more at a time, generally speaking. But it's going to take a long time. And my wife and I.
How long till we catch up? Where's your wife?
My wife and I, we're on series.
This one's a little scratched.
We're on series 5. No, series 6, which is way down here.
So you started with the modern Doctor.
Well, she and I watched the old Doctor Who until we caught up with the group, and then she's watching it with the group.
Did you do it like we did with the serial at a time, or how did y'all catch up?
Man, I don't remember. I think it was a serial at a time. I think so. But and then she and I are on series 6, which is way down here, right there. So, right there. So the one where the Doctor has a Stenson on.
So once you two caught up, you skipped to the modern.
Well, yeah. Well, we were watching them back and forth.
So by the time we watch something, that's like your 3rd time watching it.
Oh, probably my 6th or 7th. I watched them all on my own as well. And some of them, of course, I caught way back in the day.
You watch them when they aired?
Well, not when they aired originally on the BBC, but I caught them when they were airing on PBS in the 80s, especially the 4th and 5th Doctors.
I didn't know they did that. They were on PBS.
Yeah, the PBS used to show Doctor Who a lot in the 80s and 90s and whatnot. And in fact, it was one of their big fund drives. You know, when they were trying to get money. They were like, hey.
PBS is always trying to get money.
Yeah.
Brought to you by viewers like you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they were like, if you want to see more shows like Doctor Who, because that was one of their big shows, then pledge to PBS. But yeah, I used to watch them back in the 80s and stuff on Saturday nights.
What does PBS stand for? Public
Broadcast
Station.
I think station. Yeah.
I know PBS because cartoons. When I was a kid, I'd watch Arthur, Cyber Chase.
I don't know these things.
Children's cartoons.
Yeah.
They had a great one about this Revolutionary War. I forget what it was called. Revolutionary War cartoon.
But anyway, so they're animating these. They just haven't gotten to this one.
Okay.
They have fully animated several serials that are completely missing. The Power of the Daleks, which is the second Doctor's first serial, right up there, the one that I haven't opened yet. See that? And they've animated.
There's a picture of a Dalek instead of the Doctor. What is it?
Yeah. And they've animated the Macra Terror. Also the second Doctor. Macra Terror. It's the 34th serial. We will get there here eventually. But it's been released in Britain already, but it's being released here on October 8th in the US.
Oh, is it animated?
Yeah, it's completely animated.
That's what's
because it's all 4 episodes are missing.
Okay.
And this one is the Power of the Daleks. It's been completely animated.
So it'll be animated by the time we get to it.
Hopefully. I don't think we can get to the Macra Terror before October 8th, but maybe. But either way, it'll be right around there. And because the second Doctor is the Doctor most affected by the junkings. But they're going through and there's rumors that they're doing The Wheel in Space, which is the 43rd serial. Right here. That's the rumor. Space Pirates, because
Space Pirates.
It's not a good serial. It's really not a good serial.
Is that like Time Bandits?
Well,
Space Pirates?
It's not as good. But they've got to do them all if they're going to eventually release all of those on Blu-ray as a complete season. So that's why they're going through and animating them. So eventually these will all be on Blu-ray by season, and we'll be able to watch them in the higher quality, because the PAL system, the one they had, as opposed to ours, which is NTSC, had more lines. 620 as compared to 540.
High quality HD lens flares and static.
Well, okay, the static, but they had more lines, so it'll be higher quality regardless. Okay, so, and we'll get to see it in HD with the Blu-ray. Okay, but this one has, as of yet, not been animated. Okay. We also watched Dalek's Invasion Earth, 2150 AD.
So we only had one episode. So we watched the movie.
Since we only had one episode, we watched this because you can't get drunk in one episode. Huh?
The antagonists were also the Daleks.
Right.
But
instead
of Ian, Barbara, and Susan, we had Susie, which is Susan, and Louise, yeah. And then Tom the cop.
Love Tom. Hey, Tom the cop is played by Bernard Cribbins. Okay, remember, this is not canon. Although the BBC has never said it's not canon.
So it is canon. It just also happens to be a human doctor named Doctor Who.
Yeah, he's actually named Doctor.
A time machine that looks like a police box,
right?
Which is very much like the TARDIS, which exists in the same universe, but they're not the same people. Who also experienced the Daleks' invasion of Earth.
Right. It's a different Doctor Who universe.
Canon. It's in there.
Yeah. The only thing that the BBC has ever said that was absolutely not canon.
Canine.
No, not canine. Shakla. Which was...
Is that like open your third chakra to your inner peace?
No.
Chakra? That's chakra.
Chakra. This is Shakla.
Like chakra. Okay.
No. Okay. When the BBC...
Chancla, like the sandals?
What?
Chanclas and...
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, it's a sandal.
Drink. Alright. Alright. You are so silly. Alright.
You knocked my salts off.
Alright. When Doctor Who was being made this century.
Yes.
Okay. They were originally going to make animated show episodes.
Yeah.
Okay. And they did make some animated episodes for the 10th Doctor. But the Ninth Doctor was going to be Richard E. Grant, who oddly enough was up for an Academy Award last night for something. I don't know if he won. I don't remember. But
Oscars?
Yeah, the Oscars. Yeah. Last night was the Academy Awards. No, my wife watched them. Yeah, I do like I always do. She kicked me out of the house so she could have her Oscar party because I don't watch them anymore because they're too crazy political.
That's true.
And she got tired of them.
Rigged.
Yeah, rigged. Okay, supposedly Roma was the best movie of last year, but it didn't win because the Oscars hate foreign language movies.
Roma.
Roma.
No, you don't hear it.
Alright. Okay, the Oscar. Okay, so in this big wide world of ours, right? Okay, you've got lots of different languages, and Hollywood makes most of its movies in English.
Yes.
Because we speak English, but in all the world, there's all these other movies in all these other languages.
Right.
And they have a category for best foreign film, but they also have, of course, best film. You would think that a foreign language film would win best picture at least once, right?
Well,
but
the Oscars is
has
an American award.
Right, true, but if a movie in another...
That's why they have a different category for foreign films.
Right, but if a movie in another language is better than all the ones in English, then let it win. But they've never given the best picture Oscar to a movie in a foreign language. Well, no, it can still be the best foreign film and the best film. But they've never done that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they've never given the Oscar to that. So supposedly Roma was the best movie last year. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
but it didn't win. They gave it to Green Book, I think. Green Book.
What's your vote for best movie of 2018? Is best movie of 2018? Because we're just in 2019.
Right, it was 2018. But no, I haven't seen...
I like Incredibles 2.
I didn't see that.
That's good.
I haven't seen most of the movies that were nominated for Best Picture. I think the only one I saw was Black Panther, but Black Panther was good, but it wasn't a Best Picture.
Yeah, I agree.
It shouldn't have been nominated, but that's how weak of a year it was. It was just a weak year.
Did Infinity War come out last year, or was that 2007?
I think it was last year.
I think it was 2007.
No, to me, the Best Picture of last year was Hereditary.
Ugh. That came out last year?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it wasn't even nominated for anything, I don't think.
Spoopy.
Oh my gosh.
They don't like scary movies.
Good though.
Do they like scary movies?
No, they don't. I mean, I'm not sure if any horrors or thrillers have been nominated since maybe The Exorcist, you know?
Oh, Exorcist was good.
Exorcist was great. But no, I mean, the best movies of last year, Hereditary, Annihilation.
Annihilate. Exterminate.
No. No, I mean, those are great movies. But
I feel like we don't watch the same movies.
We do not watch the same movies. Speaking of which, I have been showing Holden and his girlfriend movies about once a month. And we have a list here. We'll be talking during this or during elsewise, and he'll say, I'll mention a movie, he'll be like, I haven't seen that movie. And so like, what? And I'll show him that movie.
That's why we watched Army of the 12 Monkeys. Is it called
12 Monkeys?
It's just called 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys, yeah. That's why we watched that last week, yeah.
Good movie.
And eventually we may have a podcast, including him and me, with his girlfriend, because I'm showing his girlfriend those movies too.
Yes.
Once she's 21 and can drink.
Because we have to be drunk to do a podcast.
No, because
we can't have a
fun if we're drunk.
We cannot have a sober podcast.
I don't think we've had one yet. It's like my wife and I think it was our 4th time going to Cafe Du Monde before we were there sober. And it wasn't as fun.
Okay.
Alright. But anyway, so Doctor Who they're putting out the old stuff in Blu-rays, and if you are wanting to pick those up, all the old stuff, half of this is not in print anymore. All the old stuff on DVD, get them on Blu-ray. And I'm gonna start pulling off the DVDs and putting the Blu-rays up there as I pick them up. Although it's kind of sad because this is infinitely more impressive than will, just a handful of Blu-rays be,
Would that even be half of it? How far down would the Blu-rays go, do you think?
Well,
per season?
Okay, see the key to 10 there? Alright, well that's a season.
Okay.
That's a season. So picture just 26 of those boxes, plus the new stuff. Picture about
3 or 4 shelves.
40 of those. Picture about 40 of those. So it'd be like 2 to 3 shelves. I mean, well, 3 shelves, 3 to 4 shelves. But I mean, it's nowhere near as impressive. But I mean, I guess that's the way we're gonna go. But at least the stuff on the bottom would be up and everyone could see them. Yeah, including this.
So we don't have to point down here.
So we have to point out that we're pointing there,
where they can obviously see.
Right, but I mean, it won't be as you won't see the giant difference like you do now, But we'll still use the DVDs, if for nothing else, because it's an amazing collection.
We'll make a TARDIS bookshelf, and we'll have 2 doors that open, and we'll have the Blu-rays and the regular DVDs on this.
That would be so cool. That'd be cool.
It'll be bigger on the inside.
Bigger on the, yeah, exactly.
I'll do it. I'll make it.
You'll make it?
I'm a carpenter.
Oh,
not
cool.
really, but
not really.
But we could. I feel like we could do that. Make a TARDIS bookshelf. I've made things. I made this mug.
It'd be cool. I saw.
I painted it, and then other people made it for me.
They had a Lubicon one year, a TARDIS bookshelf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was $800. I couldn't buy it.
Well, we'd be making cash. Make our own TARDIS bookshelves and so.
But anyway, so Dalek's Invasion Earth, 2150 AD. Once again, not canon. Even the BBC has never said it's not canon. But it's a character called Doctor Who, played by Peter Cushing. He was the evil general in Star Wars. The one they...
Moff Tarkin, Grand Moff Tarkin.
Exactly, Grand Moff Tarkin.
The one in was it Rogue One? Where he passed away.
They brought him back?
But they CGI'd his face and
exactly.
It's weird and uncanny. I don't like when they do that.
Eventually they're not going to need actors. They're just going to scan them like in the Congress. And just do that.
I haven't seen that movie. Should we add that to the list?
Yeah, it's not as good as most of the other movies on that list, but it is a good movie. And
for movie night list.
Alright. So anyway, we're gonna have another podcast eventually with me, him, and his girlfriend.
They did they cheated the voice of the Roadrunner.
Target.
No, the Roadrunner, because they only paid her to do 1 meep, and then they doubled it up, so it was meep.
What? What are you trying?
That's a line from The Simpsons. They met the voice actor of
The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons. I don't remember that.
There's this voice actor, and she's like, They cheaped out on me when I recorded the voice of the Roadrunner. They only paid me for 1 meep and they doubled it up in the recording, so it ended up meep.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
Looking for a movie night list?
Yeah.
Was it the Congress?
The Congress. Alright, this is some good bourbon.
How's that bourbon working for you?
Good bourbon. Here, try some.
I can tell because you go every time.
Yeah. Try some. Okay.
Okay.
Sip.
Ooh. You got pink thinner in here?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh. That's smooth.
It is. For bourbon, it's very smooth.
Strong. It's weird they can be strong and smooth at the same time.
Giggity. Alright. Anyway, so this Dalek's Invasion Earth, not Invasion of Earth. I don't know why.
Invasion Earth, they left
out. Yeah. Wait, is of an article?
I think.
Preposition.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm not good at
preposition.
English.
Alright. Neither am I. It's my first language, but I'm no good at it. Alright. Dalek's Invasion Earth 2150 is an exact duplicate of the Daleks' Invasion of Earth, except it's a movie form. The Dalek Invasion of Earth, which was the 10th serial.
Which is weird and different and
and in color.
Simplified for a broader audience. And they replaced Ian with the cop.
Right.
The cop. They replaced replaced Barbara.
Tom.
So why did they replace the characters? Because they had them in the first movie. The first movie they had Barbara, Susan, and Ian. In the second movie, it makes sense to still have Barbara, Susan.
But they had the same granddaughter.
Yeah, they had. Susie.
And they had the same Doctor Who.
Yes. But they replaced Ian with Tom.
Right.
And they replaced Barbara with Luis,
yeah. But
doesn't make any sense to me.
right. But oddly enough, Bernard Cribbins, who plays Inspector Tom.
Yeah, this one. They had Ian, Barbara, and Susan.
Right, because they followed the script slightly.
But then in this one, they just replaced them with.
Yeah.
And they don't explain the relation or.
Correct.
Because in the first movie, Ian was courting Barbara.
Yes. But in this, Inspector Tom witnesses a bank robbery and runs into the police box, thinking it's an old-fashioned police box, so he can call the rest of the police.
The robbers got away because Bobbies can't carry guns. So
correct.
Chasing after him with a billy club.
Right. But he runs in the police box, thinking it's an old-fashioned police box.
Not magnetized. I mean, they demagnetized the door, so he just walked
That's
right
later.
in.
No. Well, yeah.
He walked right in. He's like, "Oh, I must have not magnetized it."
Oh yeah, but he must have showed up right after we materialized, or whatever.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about the doors not being locked.
Well, the
magnetized
right the magnetized doors are later,
okay.
in when they're in the spaceship. But it's pretty much just like the other movie, a redo of a previous Doctor Who serial, and they only did these two.
They got rid of the swamp monster, which made me sad.
That's true. But Bernard Cribbins, who is in this as the inspector, shows up much later in Doctor Who in like series 4.
As a companion.
As a companion, he is Wilfred, and he is awesome. He's one of my favorite, along with Donna and Captain Jack. One of my favorite 21st Century Who companions.
So he's much older. How many?
Much older.
How many years?
Well, in this he's like 30, and when we get to the modern stuff, he's like 75.
As a companion? That's an old companion.
Yeah, he's old. Yeah, he is. He's an old companion. He's Donna's grandfather, and Donna's like 30. So he's around 75 as her grandfather.
They often do that. They bring back old extras as.
Well, no, he wasn't an extra. He was the main character.
They bring back actors that have been in Doctor Who, and then they bring them back later on as.
Yeah, the joke is there's only like 12 actors in Britain, and they all keep
because the rest of them came
parts.
and stole all the American actor jobs. Is that better?
I don't know, but no.
Isn't that like every movie stars like British?
Well, for Star Wars and the bad guys, and the
Harry
classic
Potter
stuff. Yeah, Harry Potter's British. It's all British.
Like Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is not in Harry Potter.
I'm just saying he's not an American actor. There's just lots of, but he plays an American all the time. He's better at playing an American than Americans because.
Is Liam Neeson British?
I don't know what.
Wait. All right, ignore the last 30 seconds. Okay, seriously.
Edit.
No, we don't edit. That's the whole point.
This Yes.
The Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, was a. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Did you not find the list of movies?
I did. Yeah, I edited. I was looking for my original notes on Invasion of Earth.
Okay.
Invasion Earth.
Okay. Hope you can find that. But Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor, was originally a Time Lord security guard. Okay.
Time Lord security.
Right. And Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor, played both a father in Pompeii in a 10th Doctor episode and played a minor British officiant in Torchwood Children of Earth before he became the Doctor. Torchwood. Yes. Love Torchwood. Children of Earth is some of the best TV ever. As well as some of the best Doctor Who ever. Just phenomenal. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, so if you've seen our 10th episode, which was about...
Is it Prelude or Prelude? How do you pronounce that?
I think you can go either way. Much like a hot woman. Giggity. About Dalek Invasion of Earth, then you've pretty much... we don't need to go into Dalek Invasion Earth 2150 AD because the plot is the exact same. They skip a couple of things. They shorten it down to 90 minutes from 200 minutes. No, not 200 minutes. From 140 minutes. But, they get rid of some weird stuff like the swamp monster. Boop. But everything else is the same. Although we mentioned, like look at the back here.
Anchor bay? DVD?
No. See the
the
beam that fell in front of the TARDIS.
Collapse.
They couldn't get into the TARDIS, but they could easily open the door and go under the beam or over the beam. It's like, really? That's why you can't get in the TARDIS?
But then they couldn't have thwarted the invasion of Earth.
Yeah.
Which Mission to the Unknown takes place, 1,000 years after Dalek's invasion of Earth? Is that what Captain...
Something like that. We
Corey
don't have
said,
the exact date, yeah.
He said, the Daleks, the ones that invaded Earth, and then...
Correct, like 500 years ago.
500 years from Dalek's invasion of Earth is when Mission to the Unknown
so we're
took
looking
place.
at 2650 or something like that.
Yes, 20...
Yeah.
That's my question.
2650.
And then...
50.
Right. So then the mankind knows what the Daleks are.
Mm-hmm.
And they've invaded Earth. And then thanks to the Doctor and his companions thwarting the invasion of Earth, the Daleks were... So in the movie, the way they thwarted the Daleks was because of Earth's magnetation field.
Yeah, it was very different than the serial.
Right.
In the serial, the Daleks got this laser beam ray that kills. And in the serial, it was a smoke
fire
thing or something. Yeah, it looked like they were killing them with pesticide or something, right? It had no beams or anything.
Anti-human spray.
Yeah, it was weird.
Robin, hand me the shark repellent.
Oh my God, Adam West Batman. Yes. But but in the movie, most of it's the same, but when they set the bomb to go elsewhere,
it throws off Earth's magnet field.
Well, yeah, they've got the magnetism field where the North and South Pole meet somewhere in Bedfordshire or something.
And then humans are immune to the magnetic force, but the Daleks, since they're metal, get thrown all over the place.
Yeah, it crushes them.
The shaft and...
It was a wonderfully bad 60s movie.
The Doctor at the end of the movie says, well, we've thwarted the Dalek invasion, and mankind now has the force necessary to combat the Daleks thanks to the magnet.
Yeah, we just have to look under our feet.
Which is not canon, because the Daleks do come back.
Well, okay, everything in Doctor Who is... Oh God, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. I hate that expression, but it works.
So how did the Daleks get thwarted in the first Dalek the TV serial, not the movie?
Well, they make the bomb and I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah. That was we watched it 3-4 months ago.
I thought it was odd because the movie, which is the last of the movies, set it up to where, the Doctor said that, the Daleks can never invade Earth again because mankind now has what they need to fight it. But in the TV serials, they didn't end the serial of Daleks Invasion of Earth that way because the Daleks do come back because of Mission to the Unknown and then Daleks Master Plan?
Daleks Master Plan, yeah.
Yes. So you come back.
Yeah. Well, no, they don't.
They don't come back. We don't know that yet.
Yeah, no. The Daleks' master plan is 12 episodes and includes the very first Christmas episode. Okay. Alright. There's 12 episodes.
Is that like the Star Wars holiday special? Or?
In some ways, yeah. But no. It's 12 episodes, and 11 of them are serious. One of them is this weird little funky holiday Christmas episode, because it just happened that Saturday was Christmas.
It's just a filler.
Well, but yeah, the Doctor and Peter Purves, Stephen, are wandering around. Yeah, sorry, the actor is Peter Purves, the character is Stephen.
Stephen.
Yeah, and they're wandering around, and they end up bumping into all these Hollywood celebrities.
Sure.
And the Doctor even toasts the people at home, and he directly says into the camera, he's like, "Merry Christmas" or "Happy Christmas." They say
Happy Christmas.
Right. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And apparently the BBC hated that. Because the Doctor was never supposed to break the fourth wall, yeah. But he did in this particular case, because it was Bloody Christmas episode. Now, the Christmas episodes have become a staple of modern Doctor Who.
Is that like the anniversary?
Well, kind of. They've late this century, except for this last year, they've always had an awesome Christmas episode.
What they say?
Well, there's 2 points of view on that. One is that Doctor Who is much less popular now because of Jodie Whittaker. Let me grab the DVDs, the viewers.
Jodie Whittaker's the director?
13th Doctor. She's the 13th Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me grab this.
Where are you, Greg?
Yep, I'll be right there.
So 2 monks walk into a bar.
Okay. So, alright. The 13th Doctor is female. Jodie Whittaker. Mm-hmm. Now, this wouldn't have been the worst thing ever, except for 2 things. One, it's the get woke, go broke scenario that's going on with movies and TV and stuff.
Get woke.
Get woke. Yeah, the whole thing is woke. We're woke. We're not white men. And so we're awesome. And the problem is rather than just make a good movie or a TV show, they have to...
Political
right,
commentary.
Right, it's called virtue signaling.
Shove your opinions in there.
Right, they have to show how woke they are, how amazing they are. And
not a your choice, my choice thing anymore.
Right, and they just shove it down your throat. You know, it's like, it's called virtue signaling. Mm-hmm. I don't eat eggs that are raised on a chicken farm. I only eat free-range eggs.
I'm a level 4 vegan.
Yeah.
Anything that casts a shadow.
Yeah, exactly. And this... But this is the whole thing. They have to virtue signal, right? And when they do this, most people are turned off by this, okay? Mm-hmm. The vast majority of fandom is geeky white men, okay? Like us.
Yes.
Okay, so we're the Star Wars fans, we're the Ghostbusters fans, we're the Star Trek fans, the Doctor Who fans. We are nerds, okay? And while we have no problem with strong female characters in general or overall, I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for at least us. Yes. Like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was awesome. Yeah. Great movie. Phenomenal. But it did 2 important things. One is that it showed her in a larger context of Wonder Woman was amazing. These Amazonian women, amazing. But it did not necessarily denigrate men. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the second thing is Gal Gadot, who played Wonder Woman, kept her mouth shut. She didn't run around screaming that it was all feminism crap, right? Now, and also Wonder Woman was always a woman, okay? Mm-hmm. So 3 things. Wonder Woman was always a woman. It's not like they replaced a man with a woman and said, look how much better she is, okay? Which is the problem with Ghostbusters 2016, as they replaced all the men with women and ran around yelling, "Look, it's feminism, woman power."
And then they
Look how awesome we are, right? And
stuck
it bombed.
Chris Hemsworth in there and really dumbed him down to just.
Correct. The only men in there had to be sex objects and idiots and bad. He turned out to be the bad guy.
I don't know that.
No, okay. Well, I haven't even seen the movie. I've only seen a ton of reviews about it, right? Speaking about this fact, I did not want to dignify that movie with a viewing, okay? Even though I love Ghostbusters. Same thing with Star Wars these days. Look, Mary Sue, she can do everything, and we're killing off all the men, even though Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford is still alive. Mm-hmm. But we're going to save the woman, even though Princess Leia, she died, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's going to marry Poppins.
Carrie Fisher,
the
actress that plays Princess Leia.
Leia, right.
Died. The actress died.
Mm-hmm.
And they could have so easily edited the film to bring her character to a natural conclusion where Kylo Ren comes in and is really emotional and he bombs her flagship and she gets sucked out into space, and it's like they could have ended her character there even after the fact when they finished filming and then she died. They could have edited it to just bring her character to an end, but instead they left it in where she Mary Poppins back into the ship and then she gets away,
exactly.
even though the actress that plays her
is dead. Yeah,
rest in peace. Passed away. They could have just concluded her character there, but instead they just
it's ludicrous. Women can't die. Women are amazing. Women are awesome. Women, the Force is female. They were wearing T-shirts saying the Force is female. Oh. Okay, but all this crap, and of course they ruined the franchise, right?
I feel like they did that in 2000. Was that when they released the Phantom Menace? 2009.
That was the beginning of the end. Yeah. But anyway, so Doctor Who. The current incarnation of the Doctor is Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker. For better or for worse, she is the current Doctor. The 13th Doctor.
Could have been great.
Could have been great. The Doctor being female, I don't like, because the Doctor has basically always been male throughout 50-something years of history up until very recently. But I've come to grips with it. Mm-hmm. I've accepted it because it is what it is.
I also don't like when they gender bend characters, like they turn a character who historically is one sex or one race or one sexual orientation, and then they go in and they retcon everything. So like, hey, the Green Lantern's gay now, and this person is now
Starbucks
ethnic, and then this person's not going to be female. It's like, what? Oh,
well, it's like the new Captain Marvel.
It's so forced. It's like you're forcefully diversifying your role of characters, but it's just it's not their origin. That's not.
Look,
there's Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, male. Okay. Captain Marvel. This is Captain Marvel issue 1 from the early 1980s.
And we're not saying there's anything wrong with strong female characters like Wonder Woman and Superwoman. It's just that it feels so forced when they go in and they retcon and they change everything to forcefully diversify things. It's just It's an odd representation of that. It's really
make all the female superheroes you want. Mm-hmm. Make all the female characters and heroes you want. Just stop taking the male ones and making them female,
Then still need role models.
Yes, exactly. and when the Doctor was made female, all of the other modern Doctors were like, that's cool, except Davison, the 5th Doctor. He was like, wait a minute. Men, young boys, need a hero who doesn't fight with his fist but thinks with his head, and they need that. Taking this last male role model and making him female takes that away from the boys, and they need that. He was the only voice of opposition, the only one speaking out against it. But yeah, like Captain Marvel movie, okay? Here's Captain Marvel, issue 1 from 1979 when I was a kid. I bought this as a kid, a 11-year-old kid. And he's a guy. Sometime in the 90s, they killed him off. and they took Mrs. Marvel and made her Captain Marvel. And that is the Captain Marvel character we're getting in the movie soon.
Do you think they'll reference that in the movie? How it used to be, and he died?
Probably not.
I don't think they'll do that.
I don't think so either. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is vast and it's good. Mm-hmm. To be fair, it's amazing. Very good. But just like the other get woke, go broke movies like Ghostbusters, the only one that's done any decently is Ocean's 9 or 8. Yeah, Ocean's 8.
One of those Oceans.
Yeah. Well, Ocean's 11, 12, 13. I think it's 8, 9. They were looking to make 3 movies, so they call it Ocean's 8, so they do 9 and 10 as well. It's Ocean's 8. But of the others, they've all bombed spectacularly. All the gender swap crap. Mm-hmm. I do not know if Captain Marvel will do decently, but I suspect not, because if you continue to tell all of your fans, right, that are male geeks like us, that you don't matter, that, we hate you, that it's all about women and woke and all this stuff, then we won't go see the movies. And then when we don't go see the movies and the numbers suck, then they yell that it's misandric crap or misogynistic crap. Mm-hmm. Sorry, misogynistic is hate women, misandric is hate men.
That's why Star Wars is failing.
Right. Which is the whole modern feminist stuff, which is hating men. But sorry, I have an odd stack of comics over here that my mother brought to me recently that was from my childhood because she's cleaning out her house. And the very top of the stack was this Captain Marvel. I also have some Battlestar Galactica over there, first couple, 2-3 issues. None of them are in good condition because I read them, but they sat in my old room at my folks' house for 35, 40 years. Wow, almost 40 years.
They're in great condition.
Reasonable, but it's just, I always thought it was a dude, and then they show up and she's a woman, and Brie Larson, and it's like, wait a minute, what? And then this only confirmed it. I was like, wow, look, expand your screens, look at that. That is a guy. 1970s and 80s and into the 90s before they killed him off.
Are you going to watch Captain Marvel, or are you going to wait until the reviews are into...
I'm not. I'm
Captain Marvel,
sick of superhero movies.
Captain Marvel leads into the Avengers Infinity War Part 2. And you didn't want to watch Part 2 because you like how Part 1 ended.
Yes.
Which means you're also not going to watch
I'm done. I'm done with superhero movies. I'll watch anti-superhero movies, so I'll watch Deadpool because he's an anti-superhero.
What about the animated Spider-Man movie they made? Fantastic, in my opinion.
Which won the Oscar for Best Animated Film.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I don't know if it's the best animated film.
It won the Oscar.
They had some weird animation decisions they made in that movie. Like one way they set up sort of depth is they just sort of, I don't know if this was because they made it for 3D or something, but everything in the background, they had the foreground and everything in the background, it's slightly blurred, and then they had double the image. It was just like everything was, and that's how they set up focus. And it was really distracting. I didn't like how they did that.
I hate that. For me, when you have a regular color camera and you focus on one section, the background and the foreground will be blurred.
Yeah.
Okay. And I understand it. In black and white, that wasn't a problem. You have this great scene in Citizen Kane where there's this long table and all these people on it, and they're all in focus, and it's beautiful. It wasn't as much a problem in black and white, but in color, it does that. But with animation,
they have to artificially...
Right, they have to artificially do that. It's like, dude, it's animation. Leave it all in focus. Don't go out of your way to mimic a problem with regular cameras. Just leave it all. But for some reason, a bunch of times they do that. It's like, why?
It was very distracting.
Yeah.
It's a big thing because it's throughout the whole movie. But that being said, that's my only complaint in the movie. So other than that, it's a very good animated movie. I enjoyed it.
Like I said, won the Oscar. But anyway, oh my gosh, we still get off track. All right, because we're drunk.
And in an attempt to complain about politics, we've become very political.
All right. Okay,
getting my margarita salsa.
Alright, drink. Don't worry, folks, he is not driving. He has his girlfriend doing all that. Alright, but anyway, you're sober?
No.
Okay, I thought not. Alright, anyway, oh my gosh, how do we even get on this? Alright. I don't remember, but anyway, Whitaker. She's the 13th Doctor, and she has problems as a doctor, but I have the 11th series, and I have Resolution, which is all of her episodes thus far. This is the New Year's episode. Anyway, oh yeah, we're talking about the Christmas episodes. We're talking about the Christmas episodes. Anyway, but some people think that they didn't do a Christmas episode this last year because it's not as popular anymore. So I had to give the cover
Christmas
a slot.
is not as popular.
No. Doctor Who isn't as popular. Christmas is always popular.
Well, that's the thing they're doing is they're trying to take religion out of everything. They're saying Christmas is a very Christian holiday, so you can't say Merry Christmas anymore. You have to say Happy Holidays.
Oh no, they say Happy Christmas, but anyway, whatever. But anyway, but no. Some people argue that the reason they moved, some people are saying that they moved it off of Christmas because Doctor Who isn't as popular anymore. Other people are thinking that they moved it to New Year's, and it's called Resolution. New Year's Resolution, yeah, because thanks to some of the Doctor Who, thanks to some of the contracts they have with foreign governments to show the show in other countries, they have to at least have one episode a year. Since Series 11 aired in 2018, and Series 12 is not going to air until 2020, they shifted this to New Year's Day 2019 to have the one episode in 2019, so that it would meet the contractual obligation. Because they want at least, to keep the show current, to show one new episode a year, yeah. Yeah, so some people suspect that's the reason they shifted it. Don't know. But anyway, but I've been watching lately the 11th series, and I'm 6 or 7 episodes in, and it's pretty bad. Like, pretty bad. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like 7 of them. There's only 10 episodes of the series, and this one. And I'll finish them up possibly the next time we meet or have a Doctor Who thing. But she's just not good. Part of it's the writing is bad. Chibnall is just not good at it.
I always have that struggle when I see something and it's not good. I always wonder, is it the writing that's bad or the acting that's bad? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Well, in this case, it's both. Okay, a better actress would have made this show much better. Like if they'd gotten Dame Meriden, oh my gosh, I would have been all over that. I would have been like, yes, Dame Helen Mirren. Sorry, not Meriden, Mirren. Dame Helen Mirren. She's amazing. Or if they would have, I'm trying to think of somebody else who could have done it, a British actress, because, as much as the Doctor's this incredibly interchangeable being and the gender can swap and all this other crap, they're never going to not make the Doctor British. Just flat out. I mean, they'll always keep the Doctor British. The Doctor's never going to be not British.
How weird would it be if there's just like an Australian Doctor?
Well, at least Australian is kind of British because
like a Jamaican Doctor.
Well, it's like the way there was an Australian actor as James Bond, right? But yeah, they're not going to have like like I said, Jamaican actor. Andrew Dice Clay will never be the Doctor.
I want to see like a Western cowboy Doctor Who.
Yeah. Okay. To be fair, we're eventually going to have the Doctor in the Old West.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. We're getting there. Hold on. Seriously. The Gunfighters, right here. Series 25.
That's a waste.
It's only 7 episodes off. We're on 18. 19. We're on 19. It's only 6 episodes off.
Serials?
Yeah.
Or
Episodes for us, serials for the show. Yeah. The Gunfighters, when he goes to the Old West and gets mistaken for Doc Holliday. They call him the Doc.
Tombstone?
Doctor. Yeah.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah. But no, we'll get there. But anyway, so there are some actresses that could have pulled it off. But the problem is Whittaker is not one of them. Not only does she wear, and this is such a minor complaint because you shouldn't pick on people for what they wear, but she wears like a Mork from Mork outfit.
Well, if we're talking about wardrobe choices,
the 6th Doctor is a problem. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. But no, she has no gravitas. Okay, no gravitas. So she runs around all the time, out of breath, explaining things out of breath. Okay. Lines that should be spoken with gravitas, such as, you're not there yet, but most of the Doctors have these great lines. Alright, you remember the first Doctor's lines to his granddaughter when she was staying on the planet in Dalek Invasion of Earth?
Right.
There's gravitas there's genuineness, there's the exemplification of emotion plus power plus this is an important statement.
Now
she has none of that.
Well, we're only 11 episodes into her now. Maybe those defining moments are yet to come. Maybe.
Hopefully. I mean, the problem is that Chibnall / Whittaker are expressing the same feminist crap that that Bree's expressing with Captain Marvel, that the Ghostbusters women expressed with Ghostbusters 2016, all that stuff about how it's all about feminism, feminism, cinnamon. But also she spends half the time out of breath because the Doctor runs a lot. If you know, okay, we're not there yet, but the Doctors run a lot. Okay, Hartnell can't run that much because he's really old. Yeah, but all the other Doctors run a lot. But she's always out of breath, explaining things. Also,
did you hear
she gurns. Yeah, she'll be like, yeah. Yeah, she gurnsing a lot.
Speaking of running, have you heard the Tom Cruise theory where Tom Cruise runs in every single movie and how much he runs in a movie depends on how good the movie is? Like the longer he runs in his film, the more money it makes.
No.
They've made these flow charts and these spreadsheets.
I like flow charts and spreadsheets.
Tom Cruise runs in every single one of his movies, just a dead sprint. There's at least one scene in every Tom Cruise movie where he's just dead sprinting somewhere.
Well, I can believe that. He's a really good action actor.
He does his own stunts and stuff, but I just thought it was a funny correlation that people drew.
Now, supposedly Whittaker was really great in the first season of Broadchurch, which Chibnall did. And the reason that he hired her specifically was because he really, really wanted a woman as opposed to the best person for the job, be it man or woman. And he knew her from Broadchurch, but he brought her on. Sorry, didn't mean to get into a rant, but that's the way it is. But most of those episodes are crap. We'll get there eventually. I'll show you, and we will definitely have to be drinking because they're bad. Except for I like Kerblam.
We'll always be drinking.
No, well, drinking, but except for Kerblam. So far, Kerblam is the one episode I've really liked of this series. It's the latest one I've watched, and it's actually fun. Which this is a lot of these episodes are just not fun; they're preachy. But Kerblam is just kind of fun. I mean, there's a little bit of preachiness in it, but if something's good, you can overlook the flaws. Yeah. And Kerblam is fun. It's also the only episode of Doctor Who to ever have an exclamation point in it.
What do you mean by that?
Exclamation point.
Like in the title?
Yeah. Yeah. The episode's
History.
Kablam with exclamation point. It's the only episode Doctor Who ever have an exclamation point in it. Yeah, and in 5 or
Is there
6
any with
or
a question mark?
7 years we'll get there.
Cool.
No.
Semicolon?
I think it's the only one with
Period.
I think it's the only one with any punctuation. But to be fair, I am not yet done with these. I will complete these. And these are the only episodes of all of Doctor Who and all the spin-offs that I have not seen.
Okay.
Is the last 3 episodes of Series 11 and Resolution.
We'll revisit that next podcast.
Well,
Have
if
a
I finish
fresh
it,
take
yeah.
on your opinion.
Yeah.
Good.
So do we want? Okay, this is an incredibly impressive looking collection.
Yes, it is.
Do we want to put the Blu-rays in there and remove the DVDs and make it less impressive looking, but at least up to date, or do we want to leave?
We could have the
DVDs
up to date in there by the DVD player when we watch it, and just leave this for the visual aspect. For
Okay.
Ah.
True. Although eventually, once we get down, but we can always show the specific episodes as we watch them. But eventually, we will need to replace the DVDs with the Blu-rays, just because when we get down here, they won't be able to see them, and we'll have to compact it. Yeah. All right.
That'll happen.
So they have thus far come out with the first season of Tom Baker and the first season of Peter Davison, the 4th and 5th Doctors, respectively. They're coming out for some strange reason with the 7th season of Tom Baker next. I don't know why. It seems so weird. They don't.
It's weird how the BBC doesn't do anything in order.
They're odd. All right, but Tom Baker's the most popular Doctor. But you figure they did the 2nd one next, or the 3rd. Not the 7th. But I've got the first 2, the first of Tom Baker and the first of Davison, and I've got the 7th on order. But yeah, as we get there, we'll actually be able to watch them in Blu-ray with the higher resolution, and that'll be really cool. Wait, what questions did you have?
Talk to me about the colors of the Daleks.
Oh yeah.
There's blue, red, gold, black. What
Okay.
what is that?
So in Daleks: Invasion of Earth, there's a yellow Dalek, a red Dalek, and I think a black Dalek.
Black Dalek. And the blue Daleks. The blue
Right,
Daleks
most of
are
them blue.
the mass underlings. Red Dalek looks like a lieutenant kind of thing. And gold Dalek's green. And like black is like a technician maybe.
Right. Later on we get to Daleks and we have a Supreme Dalek. And this is in canon. Oops.
Are you drunk?
Yeah. Alright. It's in canon, but in this, the right here, kind of the gold yellow Dalek, this is kind of the Supreme Dalek. Later on in Doctor Who, there are certain, none of the Daleks have names, except the Supreme Dalek is called the Supreme Dalek, and it's usually much bigger.
How do they call each other? What if they need to get their attention?
Right, they're Daleks. They don't call each other real names, except there is the Council of Skaro, I think is what it is. Or Children of Skaros? I can't really remember. But during Tennant's era, there are 5 Daleks, and they're kind of colored like the Power Rangers, right? Yeah, like red, blue, green, whatever, black. But they're kind of the Power Rangers colors, and they are the specific Daleks that are given more creativity, more independence, and more leeway, so that they can think outside the box for the Daleks. And
why is that? What are they like brainwashed or what?
Well, no,
because the Daleks are like this tiny alien inside of the robot suit.
Right, but that alien is pretty much a brain,
Yeah. So why is that alien limited? Has a limited creativity and independence?
Well, because
the council.
Because they take out most of the emotions from Daleks except hate. Okay.
Who does? The Daleks take out the
Okay.
Daleks?
We'll get there.
Okay.
Alright. Here we go. Right.
Hold on to that question for about 2-3 years.
Yeah, about 3 years. Alright. Wait. No. Genesis of the Daleks, right here. See, that's why the DVDs are so useful. They're all single. The Genesis of the Daleks, the Khalids, which are the race on this planet, which have been fighting with the Thralls forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they end up figuring out a way for their race, the Khalids, to evolve, and they evolve into the Daleks. Okay, so this is where we first see the arch villain Davros. Okay, he is the mastermind, the evil genius behind the Daleks, and he, along with the rest of the Khalids, which is of course is an anagram of Dalek, figures out a way for their race to continue inside these metal machines, these conveying machines, which they put their minds into, which is the Daleks. And it happens there in Genesis of Daleks, which is one of the greatest stories / serials of all of Doctor Who. It's absolutely amazing.
So where does the old stuff end and the new stuff begin?
Alright. Okay. The show, the first run of the show ends right here.
First run.
Survival.
After the first run, they rebooted, or what happened?
Alright. Hold on. All of this is the first run of the show. 26 seasons, which ends with the ironically named Survival. Okay, right here. The last serial of classic Doctor Who. Then they revived the show. Okay, that is 1963 to 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, December of 89. Then, that's the first 7 Doctors. Then, the 8th Doctor has the TV movie. Okay? They revived the show for the first time in 1996. Okay? And the TV movie was going to continue the show as the pilot for a long-running show. The problem is they aired it against the very last episode of Roseanne, in the classic run of Roseanne, not the current revival of Roseanne. So it was a stupid move. Fox did it, and so as a result, the numbers weren't that great, so they didn't continue. But that was the first revival, and that's it. That's the only episode for the 8th Doctor. Except he eventually comes back in a mini episode, like 5-minute episode. Yeah, him. Yeah, 8th Doctor. He comes back in a 5-minute episode later on called Night of the Doctor, which is really cool for the 50th anniversary. And starting right here, see this is why the Blu-rays would be good for everybody at home, because they can't see everything. Mm-hmm. But once this is all condensed, they will be able to. The second revival started in 2005 with the very first episode of the revival, Rose.
And this is what got really popular with the new generation.
Well, yeah, it's the current revival, yeah. And you have, this is Doctor Who and the spin-off shows.
This is where the Weeping Angels and the Starry Nights, TARDIS, Vincent Van Gogh came from, and all that.
Yes.
What do you call that?
Weeping Angels, the Silence.
Pop culture. This is where the pop culture Doctor Who comes from.
Well, for this century, yes. There's a lot of pop culture Doctor Who from last century, but for this century, yeah, it's all the second revival.
I was wondering about that because I was on my Xbox and I was just going through different streaming services, and you can buy different TV shows. Mm-hmm. I saw Doctor Who. I'm like, oh, I'll click on that, and they don't have any of this. It's just, it starts with the 9th Doctor. And it's just this stuff. Like, they don't have any of this available to buy.
A lot of people forget history. It's weird, but yeah, you have Doctor Who, and then you have the spin-off shows, Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood, K9, and Class. And Class is pretty bad, but the others are all pretty good. And they're all during pretty much Russell T Davies era when he was just doing everything, and there was Doctor Who on pretty much all year round. Just fantastic. Except K9. K9 was an Australian show that was a little off but fun.
Did you finish that?
Yeah. Listen, I finished that, which is why I can say the only episodes I haven't seen thus far are a few out of these, because we finally finished K9. I'm working on these. I will finish these soon, and then I've watched everything Doctor Who at least until next year when we have Series 12.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What other questions do you have?
Why did the Daleks invade Earth? What's their purpose?
The Daleks were in the movie.
So in the movie, they talk about them trying to pilot the Earth like a giant spaceship, and pulling the magnetic core around towards the sun. Why do they want to do that?
Okay, because they're gonna fly it back to their home planet of Skaro, so they can populate both planets.
That seems like a lot of shit. We couldn't find a closer.
It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. But to be fair, in modern Doctor Who, the second revival, they actually managed to drag Earth out of its orbit, and they take it all the way to this. Okay, they steal a whole bunch of planets and moons, like the lost moon of what was it, Poe or something, lost moon of Poe, and they take all these planets and moons and they drag them off to this place because they're setting up the perfect gravitational setup with all these planets and moons all set up to control everything, and it's really ludicrous and it's fun. Lost moon of Poe, but the Earth is one of those. But they don't have to take just the core; they take the whole planet with them, which is hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there. The whole basis is ludicrous, but it's funny.
Do we have any more serials that are just super short 1-2 episode serials?
No, in the near future. There's.
And once we get to those, is there another?
Basically, the next time we have a 1 or 2 episode serial is a Sontaran experiment for the 4th Doctor.
Okay.
So like there.
Like 5 years.
A couple of years from now. So we don't have a short anything for a long time.
Okay.
And when we get to that, we can watch either Dalek Mania, which is a documentary based on that, or better yet, there's a fantastic biographical deal called Adventures in Space and Time, which is about the first Doctor. William Hartnell, who played the first Doctor, which is absolutely fantastic, and we can watch that.
Okay. What's the average episode length per serial?
4 episodes.
4 episodes, the average.
4 episodes. And that's a couple hours. Well, not quite a couple hours, say an hour and 40 minutes, and that's fine. That's good.
I think that's all my questions.
Sorry, question?
We got a little off topic, just slightly.
Big time, but that's fine. We're drunk,
okay.
and that's the whole point of
You're
this
drunk.
system. You're not drunk.
I'm drunk.
You're Alright, anyway, he's drunk, I'm drunk. This is Drunk Doctor Who.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
Episode
joining us.
19.
Episode 19. And it was aired October 9th, 1965. Today is February 25th, 2019. And we'll hopefully continue to catch up to modern day. What the heck?
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, what the heck are we going to do when we actually get there? I don't know.
We'll do something. We have time to think about it.
We've got years to think about it.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah, something. Anyway. Alright. Thank you so much. See you next week. Alright. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright. Cool.
Ta. Ta-ta.